you join me today on a lovely Monday morning. And as you can see, I am outdoors, but I'm not taking Noah to school. My mum had to do that because today I'm going to Bristol. So here we go, onto the first platform from Risker, if the train turns up, that is. Made it to Bristol. I have to figure out where I gotta go, because I got out of the station, I ended up walking the wrong direction, so now I gotta like loop back around kind of thing. I'm just trying to keep an eye out for the building. I don't know if you can see it is a bit windy like that. Oh god. Pretty sure that's the building I gotta get to. So I gotta walk around, follow that. And yes, I had to take my coat off because it's absolutely fucking roasting. I don't know why I brought it. Turns out there's that building at the back I gotta go to. All I remember is it being a tall building, so I thought it was that, but I think that's just apartments now looking at it. Yeah, I'm pretty confident I need it. It's just a case of I still got like nearly just under an hour. So I don't know whether to go to the shopping centre or not. Well, that's all done. I think it's good news. I'm literally just waiting for the train back to Newport now. Holy moly! It is hot in this car. And I'm parked somewhat in the shade. Whew! Well, I say I'm parked in the shade, I'm not. To be fair, the sun is just blaring on the roof of the car and it's a tin box, isn't it? Jesus Christ. But yeah, finally back home, finally back in Newport now. I wish I recorded more, but I felt awkward and I was just more focused on where I was trying to go and knowing my surroundings like. So, Jesus Christ, he's fucking come flying around there then. But yeah, time to go home and have some food and then pick Noah up, I think. Fucking, I need to get this car started though because I'm roasting. On the way home, and you're not going to believe what I'm driving behind. There's another J-Reg car. Peugeot 205. Wow, and it looks to be an old fella driving it. Yeah, that's quite funny, isn't it? People are going to think we're convoying or something. Just got back from picking Noah up now, and I want to go and take him to go and play with his new remote control monster truck thing car, because we've only used it like once or twice, but it wasn't really fully charged, so we couldn't play with it for long. But it is fully charged now, but we just haven't actually been anywhere to use it and play with it. So I feel like I just want to take it down to the field and let him actually have a go and use it until it actually dies. The only thing is, I've got to carry it down to the field, and it's massive. So I didn't actually realise how short this video was, and I honestly thought it was going to be a lot longer, considering I know I didn't actually record that many clips. I kind of wish I recorded a little bit more, but yeah, like I explained earlier, it was more of like I wanted to make sure I knew where I was going, and getting to the appointment on time, which was fine because I did turn up. I think I was outside the building with like 40 odd minutes left before my appointment. I was about to walk past it and make my way to the shopping centre, and I thought, I took like one step and I was like, no, actually I feel like it's best to just go straight in. So I went straight into the building, and Bruce wants attention. 1 second, here he is. Here he is. So yeah, so I decided to go in a bit earlier and just get bucked in kind of thing, say I'm there. And it was also for the off chance that hopefully they would see me a little bit earlier. But oh, okay, Bruce. Okay, let me. So yeah, which thankfully they did. To be fair, I think they see me pretty much straight away as soon as I went in there. So, you know, done all the scans. They done like your normal like optician scans where they just like I don't know, I don't actually know what machines and all I was doing. But I was going from machine to machine. I never seen so many eye scan machine things before, because obviously all I do is go to Specsavers and they've only usually got one that you do, and then they'll like have that little projector and they're like, oh, what letters can you read on there? It's like, is it better with one? Is it better with two? Or are they about the same? They did do that as well at this at the Optical Express, but yeah, it's all good. And from what I can make out of it, he's biting my chin. Thank you, Bruce. Thank you. My teeth, am I? He's such an odd cat, honestly. Ugh, wet now. But yeah. I've lost track now. I've lost track where I was. One second, let me try and process what I was just saying. Right, okay, so Bruce has just jumped down now to go to his food. Oh, okay. So yes, if I had stayed well, yeah, so I'd done the scans and everything anyway. Like I said, done the one eye scan thing that they would usually do, just to check your eyes before you actually go into the opticians, where they do the whole like cover their eye, what can you read, all that jazz. Then I had to go back into the waiting room, and then I was called by someone else then to go for the, I want to say, pentagram eye test or eye scan or something like that. Can't remember. So they took me around, and that was more like a normal optician's kind of thing. I wasn't going like machine to machine. This was like genuinely like a normal like eye checkup kind of thing. As far as I'm aware, my eyesight has actually improved a little bit, and I now actually fall into the standards required by the army. Because whereas before I was like slightly over, so that's good news if I'm taking it the right way. So that essentially means that obviously when they send these now, the results from the tests and all that to the army, and they look at it and make the decision, I feel like, yeah, they'll come back and say you're all good and start training. But yeah, there's a whole faff about with the trains as well. So go in there. Obviously, you see me saying at the start, we're about to get the first train from Riska cancelled, and I'm glad I looked, because the train was due at like 9:05, and then there was another one due like an hour after that one, which was also cancelled. But I looked online at about, I want to say maybe about 5 to 9, so like 10 minutes before the train arrived, and I'd seen that it was cancelled online. And when I looked back up at like the sign where it says about like the destination and it's on time, blah blah blah, I did notice in the top right corner of that sign it said cancelled. I was like, you bastards, why is it still on there then? Do you know what I mean? Just fucking, if it's cancelled, just get rid of it. Because, you know, if someone goes up there then expecting to go to Newport and then it's not on there, they'll think, okay. If it's not on there, then, you know, or make that cancelled more apparent. Do you know what I mean? Otherwise I could have still been waiting there. But it was cancelled because apparently they had more trains needing repairing than I guess they estimated. Something like that I was saying on the sign, like, you know, where it would like have the list and it would just scroll through saying stopping at so and so. It was sort of doing that but saying more trains needed repairing, whatever. So I was like, bastards. So I had to then drive from Riska to Newport and get on at the Newport station, which is where I was going from Riska anyway. I was going from Riska to Newport. So I just had to cut that train out of the equation and just drive there. Which then I had to pay for parking in that car park for that train station, whereas in Riska is free. So that was a bastard. And you have no choice but to pay for the day. So essentially, I didn't have to worry about getting my car back until like tomorrow at bloody 9:15 or whatever time I got to Newport. So yeah, that was a pain in the arse. So I had to show the guy my ticket and explain to him. I was like, yeah, I was meant to get the train here, but it got cancelled. So obviously my ticket's not letting me get through the barrier. And he was like, yeah, fine, let me through. Got to the platform then to get on the train to go to Bristol, Bristol Parkway. And it was coming up on that platform saying it was going to like Holyhead, which is North Wales. I was like, well, that's not right. And then underneath that, then we were saying like the next train is going to London Paddington, and I was like, if it's going to London Paddington, will it be? I was trying to think, like, because I was just waiting for like the trains to swap. So after that Holyhead train departed, I was waiting for the London Paddington to then come up, and it scrolls through the stops. I was waiting, but I couldn't even see Bristol Parkway on there. But that train was going to Bristol Parkway, so I was like, okay. But then under that, again, then, and I was looking online as well again then at this point, and it was saying that there was another one due at that platform to go to Bristol Temple Meads, which was the actual destination I needed to get to. Because on the itinerary that I had, when I booked the train, well, I didn't book the train, but the itinerary I received after the army booked my travel and everything, it said that I needed to go from Risca to Newport to Bristol Parkway to then Bristol Temple Meads. So I needed 3 trains. That one got cut out, so I was down to these 2. But as I said, I looked online and I asked the bloke as well, when that London Paddington train came, I asked the bloke, I was like, is it worth me getting on this train because I need to get to Temple Meads? And he said, no, literally after this train in about 2 minutes there'll be one going basically straight there. So he said, just wait for that one. I was like, yep, sound. Because like I said, I just wanted to verify it. I seen it on the line, on the list, on the site anyway. So I was like, okay, just wanted to make sure. But yeah, even that train, they was just getting delayed as well. So this was the issue I had then at Newport, was the trains were getting delayed. Because you had that Holyhead one, that was running late. So obviously then that knocked on to the London Paddington being late, which then also knocked on the next train after the London Paddington was Portsmouth Harbour. So that one got delayed. But to be fair, it was only delayed by about 10 minutes. So that was the train after Holyhead, if that makes sense. So the first train going to Bristol was delayed by about 10 minutes, but then like that bloke said, it was about like roughly 5 minutes until the next train came. So I got on there, got straight, well, there was like 2 stops, then it was where I needed to go, Bristol Temple Meads. And then yeah, I was fine. And then done everything, and I wanted to actually spend a bit more time in Bristol, really. I wanted to actually have a look at the shopping centre, because it was only probably like 5-minute walk from the building I was in for the eye scans and everything. However, while I was checking the train times, I noticed there was one literally like 20 minutes after I come out. So I was like, oh yeah, well, by the time I walk to the station and I get there, you know, that train will basically arrive. I thought the delays from Newport were bad, so I walked straight to Temple Meads train station. My ticket, put it in the machine. It wasn't opening. I thought, oh. I went to go and see this bloke, but he was already dealing with someone, so I thought, oh, let me just try another barrier. Done that, got through, I was fine. And I had to get to platform 7, so I went to platform 7. I was sat there for about 10 minutes, and the train was already delayed at this point anyway, to 4 minutes past 12, I believe. So obviously, yeah, like I said, I was waiting for about 10 minutes. About 5 minutes before the train arrived, they made an announcement saying the train to Cardiff, because it was actually going to from Temple Meads to Filton Abbey. Well, what was it called? Filton Abbey Woods or something like that, to Newport to Cardiff Central. So they said that the train to Cardiff is now departing from platform 15. So I was like, oh, fucking hell. So that was basically like right at the back of the bloody train station. So we had to get down off platform 7, walk straight to the back. Me and this bloke, obviously we were walking that fast, we was the first ones there. As we just got to the top of the steps to get onto the platform, they made it. I had both my earphones in, so I didn't really hear anything. But I just seen this bloke stop and was looking around, so I took the one out, and I heard an announcement, and they said, "The train to Cardiff is now departing from platform 8." I was like, I said to the bloke, I was like, "We, as we get to the top of the steps, like as we get to the top of the steps," and I said that was literally where we just come from, because it literally was. You have, say, platform 7 here. On this, it's more or less the same platform, but it's just further down the platform. You had platform 8, so we was literally all there, already there. We just had to go from here to there, rather than going from here all the way over here and to come back to go here. But anyway, got to platform 8. The train arrives just as I go back up there. The doors open, well, the button lights up to open the doors to get onto the train. Done that. About 2 minutes after sitting on the train, one of the people who work there in the orange outfit, I can't think of what they're called. We'll just say the train the fat controller. Yeah, call him that. He was on fat, but yeah, he basically got onto the coach, onto the train, and said, if you're going to Cardiff, you need to get onto the first 3 coaches, because bear in mind this train had about 7. And he said, if you're going to Cardiff, you need to go onto the first 3. So I was like, taking the piss. So I had to get off this train to then walk back up to the first 3 coaches. Where were these first 3 coaches? They were essentially lined up on platform 7. So they told us to go from platform 7 to the 15 to 8, basically back to platform 7. So then we had to wait about 10 minutes again then for them, I suppose, to do like the train checks, because I suppose technically is a new train, I suppose, because they obviously disconnecting the coaches and separating them. So now this is a train, that's a train, whereas before obviously it was one whatever. So they was doing all the checks or whatever, making sure the doors were actually sealed when they were shutting everything before they opened them or whatever. I don't fucking know. But yeah, finally got onto the train. There was one stop, and then Newport. Go back to Newport. I had the same thing then, obviously, where I put my card in the barrier. It didn't work, and I'm pretty sure it was the same bloke anyway that led me through on the way. And I said to him, like, yeah, obviously I meant to get off at Brisker, so obviously it's not working. So he was like, yeah, no, fine, let me through. And that was that. What a fucking palaver. And then, obviously, like I said, it sort of picks up then with me getting in the car and how hot it was. Jesus Christ, it was hot in that car. And then driving home and following that Peugeot. So that's basically the summary of it all. Obviously, like I said, I'm pretty sure I'm more clear now. From what I understand, I am essentially going to basic training, although that's not been confirmed. That's just going off of my understanding, which is not very much understanding, to be fair. Obviously, I do apologise as well. I would like to point out the audio. From when I was in Bristol, I didn't realise how loud the traffic actually was. So, and I suppose I probably was speaking more quietly than I normally would, because I was out in public and on my own, and I just didn't want to be drawing all this attention to myself. Do you know what I mean? So, I do apologise if you can't hear me. I would put subtitles if I knew how to. Unfortunately, that is beyond my knowledge of this. But yeah, that Peugeot, I'd also like to say, when I first pulled out of the train station, I went up around the roundabout to make my way home, and I seen it drive past the junction that I was pulling up to, but there was a car in front of me at this junction, and there was a car behind that Peugeot. So essentially, I was like 2 cars behind this Peugeot. But then the one basically pulled in straight away. As we turned out this junction, the one essentially pulled straight in. I managed to catch up to the Peugeot and this other car, and then that car eventually turned off. So it was literally just me and the Peugeot, and I was like, fucking, this is awesome. I was basically just sticking behind him this whole way,
I just wanted to, I got to a roundabout then, and I could have gone two ways. I could have gone right or I could have gone left. I seen him indicating left, so I thought, oh, I'm going to keep this going. So I indicated left. And then, obviously, he went down onto the bypass, which is where I was going anyway. And I overtook him because I was going to go and pick Morgan up, because I thought she finished at 1 o'clock. And this was about 5 to 1. So I overtook this Peugeot to basically go to McDonald's, which it turned out Morgan didn't finish until half 2 anyway. So I literally could have just stayed convoying behind this Peugeot. And it's gonna sound mad, but I could have followed him and just kept it going, because I was loving it. But no, I overtook him thinking I was doing something nice and picking Morgan up, but no, I just lost out on doing a convoy. Gutted. But yeah, that's basically the day. I am getting a low storage warning, so just bear with me a minute while I go through some files. In all fairness, this clip is 15 minutes long. I don't know why I'm pointing that direction, because on my screen the timer is literally here, but obviously for you it's going to be down in this corner, I think. But yeah, let me just sort some things out, and then I'll just have a little bit more of a thing about the day and get back to you. I don't know why I thought deleting pictures will help with the storage thing, but obviously not. Basically, I got to end the vlog because I just completely done the vlog just talking anyway. Do you know what I mean? So, oh, am I seeing flashing? What the fuck? Yeah, so like I said, when I left off before all these clips now, I did end up taking Noah down to the field, playing with his remote control car, and we did have a blast. But yeah, we come home then, had some food, watching YouTube and TikTok, and here we are. It is now, I think one of these lights are just flickering. It is now late in the evening. I think it's just gone 10 o'clock. It has. It's 10 past 10. So I'm going to quickly go and play some zombies a little bit, because I seen a video on YouTube with Cold War Zombies, someone doing one of the Easter eggs, and I realised I haven't done it yet, so I'm going to give it an attempt. I've tried it once, I failed, I want to see if I can do it now. So I'm going to do that real quick, and then probably end up going to bed, because I got to get up with Noah and take him back to school tomorrow, and then I'm also in work tomorrow, so fun. But other than that, I do apologise for the lack of vlogs recently. The week that I had off, obviously I was in work all last week now, but the week before I was off, and I was hoping to do more videos, but honestly, after the first couple, I was just drained. Everything just hit me. I was tired. No energy. Didn't do much, so there was nothing really to record, and yeah, that's where I've been basically. I actually took that week to rest and chill, because I needed it. But yeah, back to reality now, back to work and everything, and I still feel tired, but life in it. I'm going to end it now because I keep getting the storage thing on my phone, so about time I finish it and end it, because like I said, it's fucking, all of this is the vlog at this point, and now it's too long, if anything. So yeah, if you made it this far, thank you for watching, and hopefully I will record another video and have a proper vlog soon for you. But yeah, goodbye for now, guys.